this happens?
You mentioned that example of that New York Times article. There were a number of things in that article that were completely inaccurate, which speaks to, again, and there is an investigation that's underway to try to figure out the source of this leak or sources of this leak around that specific incident. But the effect is, it makes things much harder in constantly questioning and looking over your shoulder. Okay, who's in the room? I have to be careful about everything that I say because ultimately we're in a situation where these things being leaked, either by people who are just trying to show a reporter that they're important or chasing clout of some sort, or the most dangerous of which is those who are trying to ultimately undermine the president's policies. And this is not just like, okay, we don't like Trump, or someone who has a problem with President Trump and his policies. Really what is happening when they do that is they're undermining our democracy, because what they're doing in whatever tactic they use is saying, well, I'm doing what's best for the country, and I know what's better for the country than the vast majority of the American people who chose this duly elected president, Donald Trump. And that's where you can agree or disagree with his policies, but when people cross that line who are in these positions of power and influence, they are actually undermining our democracy and our security in doing so.
You've referred 3 people now to DOJ for criminal prosecution. Do you think they will be prosecuted?
That's the goal. That's the goal.
And
the only way we bring about
cases
accountability is by doing the work of conducting these investigations. The Department of Justice and the FBI obviously have different tools that they can use in order to find the truth and to seek out that evidence so that we can actually prosecute these crimes.
Do the people know they've been referred? Like, do they still work here?
In some cases they know, in other cases they are likely not aware. We have another 11 cases that we are still conducting our own internal investigations around. Some will be sent to the Department of Justice for further investigation and prosecution for criminal charges, because it is a crime, it's a federal crime. And others, depending on the situation, will be dealt with internally, or where people will be fired and have their security clearance revoked.